All right, lipstick on a pig. This is another section of the mindset course, which is really important. And basically, what I need you to understand in this section, to summarize it all in one sentence, is that 90% of crypto is just this. It's a pig, which is gross and fat and disgusting, and you would never want to touch it. But they put lipstick on it. They put a little bit of lipstick on it, and then you go, oh, wow. This is the future of finance. Oh my God, I can make risk-free money here. Wow. You know, I really need to be getting into this. This is going to make me financially free. No. Most of the shit that you think is just going to make you all this money is just a total scam. And I want to get into the mindset that you need to be able to avoid scams, to be able to avoid rug pulls, and, you know, save you tons of money from all the shit that you don't have to lose money on. Because there's a lot of scams in crypto, and honestly, some of the scams I'm going to break down later in the course, you're going to go, oh my God, I didn't realize that was a scam. Thank God I watched this and now I understand it. Because the problem the biggest reason that people get scammed is they just don't understand the context of what's going on. They don't know how the money is being made. The biggest thing is just you don't know who the money is being made from and why. That's the biggest thing, and that's what we're going to cover in this video. And I'm just going to shut this window because it's a little bit noisy. All right, that's better. So yeah, lipstick on a pig. This is 90% of crypto. And I want to teach you basically in this video just the different mindsets that you need to implement in order to avoid being scammed. And I think later on we'll go into what exactly these scams are and into depth on why they're scams. And here's like a little bit of an overview of what the scams are, just in case you're interested. This is what we'll cover later in the course. Trading bots and dollar cost average bots, they're scams. High yield farms, so if you like lend your money in crypto in a high yield farm, it's pretty much a scam. Prop firms, this is not really crypto related, but it is related to markets. We'll cover that as well. And yeah, but basically this is the mindset that you need for not being scammed. First things first, assume everything is a scam off the bat. Because 90% of crypto is a scam, you're better to assume that the thing that you've just found is a scam than that it isn't. Right? Imagine you're trying to find a wife and 9 out of 10 girls you speak to would divorce you and destroy your life, and 1 out of 10 wouldn't. Right? You would probably be safe to be assuming that every girl you spoke to was dangerous and that you need to see that she's good first before you put a ring on her finger. So that's sort of the mindset. You need to just at least be... It doesn't mean you have to avoid it completely, but just have the mindset that it's very likely that the thing you've just found, which you think is going to make you money, is probably going to turn out to be a scam 9 times out of 10. Because that's the truth about crypto. Now, if you don't understand who you're taking money from, it's probably money getting stolen. It's probably your money getting stolen, right? So this was really apparent in the whole yield farming craze of 2020, right? You'd go to some yield farming app and it would say, deposit your money and make 20% a month. And you'd go, whoa, I can make 20% a month. I don't need to buy coins anymore. I can just make a free 20% a month on my money. But the thing is, you deposit money without understanding who you're taking money from. Because I don't know if you've seen this part of the course yet, because this part of the course is really important, the one I'm about to refer to. Markets is zero sum. So if you make money, you took it from someone else. So if you find something that says make 20% a month, and you make 20% a month, you just took 20% of someone's money every single month for your ability to make that money. So you have to ask the question, if I am able to make 20% in the month of December, who lost 20%? Who am I taking the money from? And if you can't answer that question, it's probably your money getting stolen, right? And we'll go into how exactly your money gets stolen in these high yield farming operations later on in the course. But that's another important mindset you need to remember. Number 3, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So ever since I was 18 or 17, whatever, I really wanted to make heaps of money. And I found a lot of things that I thought were going to make me money along the way. And I got myself into a lot of situations where I got excited and I thought I was finally going to get rich, and they never paid off. And I just got pissed off. It happened like at least 5 times in a row. I thought I found the thing that was going to make me rich, and it just didn't work out. And it took me a lot of times of this like false hope and naivety to eventually figure out, you know, what is an actual genuine opportunity that can make me money and what is a scam. And it takes time to develop that pattern recognition. So the general principle you need to understand now is just, if the thing sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Because making money is a competition, because none of us make money, we only take money. So if we're all taking each other's money, if there was an opportunity that was really easy to make money, wouldn't everyone else be trying to make it as well? So you have to understand that making money is almost always a fair playing field in every single money-making sector. Sometimes crypto goes into a bull run and it becomes really easy to make money, but eventually that gets priced in. It's never always an easy money opportunity. It's just something that happens temporarily. So if you find something where it's like, oh yeah, for the next 5 years, this is going to be a crazy opportunity, it's going to be easy money. It probably won't. It probably will just be good for a month or two. And then everyone tells their friends about it, everyone does it, and then the opportunity's gone. It's like inefficiency, right? When there's inefficiencies in like sort of certain financial marketplaces, they get filled because people tell their friends, hey, look, I just made 100K, come try to make 100K. Their friend comes in, and then their friend tells their friend, who tells their friend. Eventually you get everyone trying to compete for the same easy money, and it's not easy anymore because now there's competition. Next point, you need to develop a bullshit detector. The only way you can really do this, though, is through first-hand experience. So, honestly, I think you can't avoid getting rugged in crypto. I think you have to get rugged a few times to learn how not to get rugged. And when I say rugged, what I mean is, in crypto, when a project, basically, leave, let's say the founders sell all their tokens and just leave the project, that would be what's called like a rug pull. They pulled the rug from under you, you fall into the trap, you're dead. That's like what that's what the metaphor's about. So the only way you can learn to spot a rug pull or learn to spot a scam is to basically get scammed or to get rug pulled, unfortunately. So if this is your first market cycle and you found some sort of lucrative opportunities, too good to be true opportunities, maybe they are good, maybe they're bad, but you should probably not put too much money into them, at least for the first few times, because if you do get scammed, well, you didn't put too much in, but you just learnt a valuable lesson. So yeah, you lost $1,000, but you just learnt how to avoid scams for the rest of your life. So it's a trade-off. You just took $1,000 course on how to avoid scams, and the course fee went into you losing money on the scam, right? It's like a course. You go to university, you pay $40K for a degree, you just lost 40 grand to learn how to, to learn things. Well, in crypto, you pay your tuition to the market in your first market cycle, right? In crypto, you generally don't make money for the first 3 years because you don't know what you're doing. It takes you a few years to get to get up onto your feet and walking around and running, right? Because most people don't make money for 3 years, at least in crypto. And you pay a tuition fee to the market. Similar thing here. Next point, if money yields 5% a year and someone offers 10% returns or more, ask yourself, why would they take my money and not someone else's? So let me explain this a bit simpler. If you are holding $100,000 in your bank account and you're asking yourself, how do I grow this money? One option is you can, in the US at least, you can lend your money to other people who borrow it from you. And you can collect a 5% return, at least right at the moment, it's around 5%, right? 5% almost risk-free. So basically you make a zero risk 5% return. So what they call it is the risk-free rate. The risk-free rate of the markets right now in the US is around 5%. Let's Google this. Risk-free rate, United States. I think it's around 5%. The 10-year treasury rate is 4.47%. So you can see it's almost 5%. 10-year risk-free rate is 4.42%. So you can make every year 4% returns without risk, because now there's always risk with everything, but it's sort of like it's like a I guess you call it like societal collapse risk, essentially. But anyway, that's another topic. So if the risk-free rate is 5% a year, this is what people get for lending money. Why can you deposit your money into a yield farming operation, for example, and make 10% returns a month? Because if you could make 10% returns a month with low risk, wouldn't everyone put their money in it? And then if everyone puts their money in the thing making them 10% a month, wouldn't the yield go down to the risk-free rate? Wouldn't it go down towards the benchmark rate? Because remember, any money that you make has some sort of risk associated with making it. And the more money that you aim for to make, the more risk there is, right? The reason why the stock market doesn't make you as much money as the crypto market is because the stock market doesn't have every coin drop 90% every 4 years, right? The risk and the reward is sort of like an even distribution. Crypto, more volatile, means it goes up more and down more. Stocks, less volatile. It goes down less and up less. So when you lend money, when you lend your money and you can get 10% a month, what is the extra risk that you're taking for that extra reward? Because remember, more reward equals more risk. You never are going to find an opportunity where it is low risk and super high reward, because those opportunities get found by every other person, and that opportunity gets what's called priced in, right? Let me give you an example of how something gets priced in, okay? So let's say there's a yield farm, right? You deposit money, they lend money. They lend it to other people. For you to have your money lent, there must be a borrower. So, okay, this is annoying. So let's say there is 100 million in dollars wanting to borrow. That means 100 million dollars can be deposited to be lent, right? Because it's like a two-way exchange. Why is this not working? Okay, this is being a pain in the ass. Let's shrink myself. Okay, there we go. Look, you can sort of see it here. $100 million. $100 million. If you are lending $100 million, that means someone borrowed $100 million. For every dollar that is lent, there is a dollar that is borrowed. So let's say this yield farm is paying out 20% per month, right? There's some super lucrative yield farming operation, and they're giving you 20% a month. For you to make 20% a month, someone is losing 20% a month. Now, why would someone pay 20? So if you make 20% a month, right, like here, you make 20% a month. That means this person here is losing 20% a month, right? For you to make 20% a month, this guy has to lose 20% a month, right? You lend your money, and the person who's borrowing from you pays you money. That's how it works. You give a friend $10, you tell them you have to give me 15, the friend gives you back 15. The friend paid you a 50% yield. So